The station here. I'm going to talk to you guys about the T-Rex Arms Sidecar holster. This happens to be made for the Glock 19 with a TLR-1HL on there. It is optics ready, so you can have a slide mounted optic on there, and it features a secondary magazine built into the holster. These two belt clips up front are super awesome. They tuck into your belt with no problems. There's a pretty good claw on there that keeps it in place. They're super quick to take on and off, and then it features a wing on the side that helps keep that holster tucked into your pants, so it doesn't want to rotate outward when you're wearing it. I've been a big fan of appendix carry. I've used it a couple different holsters in the past. However, they haven't been super comfortable, or it's kind of been, as my weapon systems have evolved, I used to carry just a straight up Glock 19, iron sights, nothing on there. But I wanted to start using my optic, and I wanted to, have a weapon light on there, which, is kind of a personal preference for, each different shooter out there. But this is what I wanted to use, and this is what I have been using, and it's taken a little bit to figure out, the best way to accomplish that. But the sidecar holster is awesome. Retail on there is about $135 plus shipping from T-Rex Arms' website. I would suggest looking on Facebook groups for airsofters. So these guys are kind of crazy. They'll spend tons and tons and tons of money on real steel quality gear. Like Crate Precision, London Bridge Trading. They'll have Eagle Industries, super high quality gear, and they kind of buy and sell and trade and stuff, depending on what's in style right now. So you are able to pick up some really good gear at really affordable prices. I picked this holster up from a guy for like $80 shipped to my door versus $135 plus shipping. So just keep that in mind. Airsoft Craigslist is a good one. Airsoft gear Craigslist or something. Definitely check them out on Facebook. Like I said, you can usually find a pretty good deal for some real steel quality gear on there. But back to the holster. So I have been super happy with this. I just got this a couple days ago. I've done some training runs with it. I haven't taken it out to the range yet. But as you saw, appendix carry is super fast to draw. It's super fast to reload, especially with a secondary magazine built into the holster. Now, like I said, I'm a big fan of appendix carry. I like it, just due to the fact that, in the event that you are in a situation where you need to draw your weapon out, you're probably not going to be, a ways away. You're probably going to be on the ground fighting. You're going to be, at knife point or your vehicle or something. So, say you're driving in your car, right? You're trying to get, or you're about to get jacked. You got your hands on the steering wheel. It's a pretty long ways to go to the 4 or 5 o'clock position, pull up your shirt, draw your gun, and get it out in the fight. However, especially when it comes into like your seatbelt being in the way, or extra clothing and stuff, that can be kind of a pain. Now with appendix carry, right, especially for vehicle operations, or if you drive a lot, or I drive quite a bit, so I like having appendix carry, right? It's super fast, especially like when you're driving, right? I will have my seatbelt on, but I'll tuck my seatbelt behind the holster, and I will have the top of the weapon exposed while I'm driving. That way, if I need to, I can just do a quick pull up. I don't even have to move my shirt out of the way. I can just draw and get into where I need to go and take care of business. So having a light compatible holster that's relatively comfy, it's a lot thicker than a non-light compatible holster is going to be. There's no way around that. So you got to adjust your wardrobe accordingly, right? You got to have a little bit bigger pants. I don't know if you saw in the video, but I wear a belt. But my belt, the buckle isn't in line with my body. I shift that off to one side or the other. It makes it a little bit easier. It frees up a little bit space on my belt line, so I don't have as much mass coming out in front, or anything getting caught up or snagged. So that's something to consider. Now, also with these holsters, appendix is I think it's pretty well known that it's a very fast draw. However, it can be a little bit dangerous. It takes a little bit of practice, especially when you're reholstering. So be careful with that. But if you're like me, right, I don't have a six-pack, right? I'm not a tiny little guy, and I think a lot of other people are concerned about, if you don't got a super flat chest or you got a little bit of a belly or something, right? Appendix carry is kind of out for you. That isn't the case. I've found, some holsters are pretty uncomfortable if you, do have a little bit of a gut. I'm not super obese, but I've got a little bit more stomach than I would care to. But, these clips are awesome, right? Because they can adjust. They're held in by 2 screws, and they can adjust up and down. So that allows it to either kind of, sit a little bit lower in your pants or sit a little bit higher. I got it at the higher setting just due to, the little bit of a gut that I got. It helps kind of push that out front. That you do run into a little bit of printing more, or a little bit of printing issues more if the higher it is. However, like I said, that can be avoided by adjusting your wardrobe accordingly. So far, super happy with the holster. If you guys got any questions, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll try and get some footage of me out on the range with this pretty soon. Thank you guys very much, and we'll see you next time.